Hey guys, welcome back. With just these little things here, I'm going to attempt to make some custom grill costs for some DIY speakers that I made some years ago. I've got these old grills from Baby Advents that have long since been retired. I think I'm going to try to reuse that cloth. This is all 3D printed, so I made this on my printer. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. And just these few glues. I designed these in OpenSCAD. Just like, you can do 2D or 3D shapes. You know what? Why don't I just tell you at the computer and I can show you with my code. Hey guys, here we are at the computer. You can see the desktop here. What I mean by 2D or 3D shapes, in a 2D shape in OpenSCAD, we can create a polygon, which is this non-square shape, I'll call it. It can have multiple sides. You can basically just plot it like points. So if you think of it like on our graph paper, which I'll show you here in a second, we can just plot points from an X and Y axis and even go into a Z when you make it into a 3D shape. But on the X and Y axis, you can plot the outline of the shape, do this linear extrude command with a height, turn it into a 3D shape. Now, in here, you'll have to do a polygon, set your points, do a path, so it basically draws the lines around it. And then you do another polygon on the inside, draw the paths. But when you do that with two paths, it subtracts the inner one from the outer one. And that's how you get a open-ended through the middle polygon. And that's what we did here. And if you have questions about any of this code, leave me a comment or whatever. I think I'm gonna eventually create a GitHub to share all this, because I do very basic, I'll call it basic CAD with OpenSCAD. And just for parts, little parts I need here and there. So anyway, leave a comment, let me know about it. Now back to the build. Okay guys, before I show you how I did this on OpenSCAD, I just traced the general shape out in graph paper to see how I was going to make it, and then what my sizes would be in millimeters, since that's what my 3D printer works in. And this was the tweeter portion, and this was the woofer portion. So I had 178 millimeters on this angle here, which is about 7 inches. What is that, 81? Oh no, and 8 inches on that side, which is about 200 millimeters. 5 inches at the top, which is about 127 millimeters. And this one is a rectangle because it's 8 3/4 on the side, about 223 millimeters, and then again 8 on the bottom at 200 millimeters. And then since I had to make a polygon, I had to kind of find the middle and figure out which way to plot my points to make it all work in OpenSCAD, right? Because I had to make this in a 2D shape first. Let me back up. In OpenSCAD, you work in 3D or 2D shapes. The cube is easy. That's just 3D. You just make a cube and you difference out the middle part, this empty part, to get rid of it, and you're done. So super easy. This one's a little more complex because there's no set shape in a 3D form for what I wanted here. So I just had to plot points along the way to figure out how to draw it. And basically then after that you set a path. So you do the polygon command, then the path command, which we'll see on the screen here in a second. And then I had to do the same for the inside. I just plotted the inside and then did a different path there. And I'll show you that code here in a second. But this was my concept. These I usually just do on graph paper first because I'm old and it helps me visualize on what I need to put in the computer. And these are the speakers that we're making the grill cloths for. These are the bedroom speakers. I built these years ago. I think these are the DB616s. It's like it's a kit you can buy from Parks Express, or you can just build it yourself. I just bought the drivers and the pieces for the crossover and built it myself. This veneer is suspect, but it's good enough. These sound amazing, by the way. They sound really good. 6.5-inch woofers, 1-inch silk dome tweeters, crossed over, I think, around 3,000, 3,500 hertz, and they are ported, so they get pretty low. They sound really good. Perfect for a bedroom system. I don't have these lined up perfectly, but I'm going to glue it all together, and they'll be close to that shape with cloth over. They'll come all the way to the top and not quite to the bottom. I just have them leaning up there. Just so you can get an idea of what it's going to look like, I'll just attach them with some Velcro pieces I'm going to put corner braces on that square on the bottom, and I'll probably put some Velcro on there, and maybe a little strip up top about that wide, and put it on there, see how it looks. So let's get to work. Okay guys, last piece for the bracing. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I had to print these in multiple pieces due to the size of my print bed. That's why I printed a square and then the polygon, I'll call it. There just wasn't enough room to print it full height. I'm going to go ahead and set these out of the way to dry for a little bit, and then we're going to mount these pieces on top, and we'll clamp these up and let it dry overnight, and then we should have one whole piece that we can glue our fabric over. Okay guys, these have been drying for a couple minutes. It doesn't take long. This is just super glue. Super glue works really well on 3D printed speakers, not so well on my table. But I've got these little clamps, so my thought is I'm going to glue these together and then clamp these, let them dry overnight. And I won't make you watch me glue them together, but that'll be painful. But here's how the final piece will look once we get it all lined up there. Let me get you a better view. That's the shape we're going for right there. It gets the white background right there. That's the shape we're going for. So we're going to glue that up, and we'll check in tomorrow when they're dry. Okay guys, sorry for the noise. The 3D printer's going, but the frames are finished, and I'm going to take them off here real quick and just show you. They've been drying for a couple days actually. So they're all one good solid piece now. I got my corner brackets in. So next, I'm going to spray the edges down, the back edges down with Super 77. It's self-adhesive spray. And then I'm going to line them up. Let me flip over here to my grill claws. These are off the old Advents. That hole in the corner is this hole down here. That is from where the badges were. But let me show you. I think these will line up. I'll have to line it up a little bit better, but right to the edge of that hole, so I think I can reuse these grill cloths. So when I'm going to spray them, and I'm going to bring over here, and I'm going to try to stretch the cloth on without getting wrinkles, but I'm going to guess I'm going to get some wrinkles. It's not going to be perfect. But I'm not going to film me spraying these down. I'll film it maybe when I come over and stretch the cloth on. We'll see. But we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. Okay guys, change of plans. I think my spray adhesive can is bad. I've cleaned the nozzle. The nozzle's clean, the spray nozzle's clean. Just when I push a button, it just keeps gunking up from whatever's inside. So it's pretty old. I think I'm just gonna move on from that. I don't have any other spray adhesive, and I want this to be a no-cost deal, but I do have this 3M body trim, automotive body trim, double-sided sticky tape. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut this into strips and line it up and around these plastic grills, and then fit the grill cover on. So we'll be back after we get that done. Okay guys, I have one done, and the double-sided tape works pretty well. The corners are a little bit out of whack. They're not perfect, but I'm going to put some Velcro probably here, and maybe up top to stick on the box itself, the speaker box. But I think they look pretty good. I'm happy with them. Not bad for everything being 3D printed and everything I have on hand. So Let me go ahead and stretch this real quick. I've always been told you start in the middle and work your way to the edge. I don't know if that's really true or not. So that's the way I want to do it. Alright guys, there it is. Now this one did have a little hole at the bottom here, but I'm okay with that. These are the old used Advent grills that are no longer in use. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this off with the scissors. Get it close to the edge. Kind of press on it for a few minutes. Fix the corners up a little bit, and then we'll put some Velcro on and try them out. Okay guys, here they are from the back. I've got the Velcro put on. So I'm going to peel that tape off. I'm going to try to line it up and put it on like that. So I got a little dirt and cat hair on them already, so we're going to have to brush that off, maybe vacuum these when it's on. But anyway, I'm going to get this tape off and get this put on, and we'll check them out at the end. Alright guys, I got them both finished. It's a little dark in here, but I think you get the picture. You can see a little bit where that one didn't quite fold over well enough, but I'm okay with it. What do you say we put on some music, some YouTube approved music, and test these out? Yeah, let's try Cali Color, this YouTube music. See how it sounds. Let's try another one, Camargue from House of the Gypsies. Alright guys, what do you think? Do you think speaker grills can be 3D printed? I think they can. Maybe you'll do a little better job than me, do some better glue, you know, fold better on the corners, but I'm happy with them. I think they look great. If you're interested in this speaker, Like I said in the beginning, I think it's a DB616 Dayton Audio. Check out the Parts Express tech board. I'm sure you can find it on there. Anyway, guys, that's all we have today. Another project completed. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.